welcome to Viewpoint on Ukraine today. My name is Tamara Rosovan, and in our studio I'm joined by Inga Vyshnevska, one of the main organizers of Ukrainian Fashion Week. Welcome to Viewpoint. Ukrainian Fashion Week is the biggest fashion event this year. Endless runway shows and beautiful clothes and, of course, celebrities, but I'm sure it's much more than that. Can you tell us what Ukrainian Fashion Week is really all about?
Thank you for invitation here, and that is true that Ukrainian Fashion Week is one of the most hugest events in Ukraine. But first of all, this event not only about fashion, it is about culture in Ukraine, and it is a professional event which shows us how is different Ukraine and how much talented people are in Ukraine, because Ukrainian Fashion Week is held twice on a year as traditional fashion weeks all over the world, and we're trying to present more than 50 collections of Ukrainian designers. Yes, a lot of collections. There are more than 70 participants during the Ukrainian Fashion Week. They present their new collections. They present and trying to do different exhibitions, special fashion spaces, where they're trying to collaborate Ukrainian fashion and culture to mix different ideas. And
what was the mood of this year's Ukrainian Fashion Week?
Of this season? For the previous season, we decided to say that Ukrainian Fashion Week is about the stability of Ukraine. For this season, we're trying to present actually our new step, which was connected more with multidisciplinary projects, and we're trying to do a lot of innovations this year, because first of all we use in another way the location of one of the best locations in the eastern part of Europe, Mistetsky Arsenal. That is true, and we're trying to show this location in another way. We're trying to open different other little locations on it. We're trying to use not only one main podium but 3 main podiums, despite that during the schedule of Ukrainian Fashion Week we have 19 official locations, because some of the designers, as we know, like from the practice all over the world, trying to use different locations through the city. This time it was one of the most interesting, I think, season in using the locations around the city.
But it must be also quite confusing when you have so many things going on all at once, to have people running around.
Yeah, that is true. That's why we're trying in Ukraine mostly to use one main location, like in London, for example. But you know that the designers and different talented people, they're trying to present their ideas in different ways. So they're trying to, and I think that is good, because in Kiev and in Ukraine as well, we have a lot of quite beautiful locations, and we need to open them. We need to use them. It is not easy for the journalists, and that is not easy for a lot of guests, maybe, but we're trying to prepare our schedule on the right way. We're trying to be quite useful and to think about the schedule in such a way that it will be useful for the guest to with different shows.
What about, let's talk about the collections. What was some of the main trends that you saw?
Look, I think that the trends is the question not maybe for me, but mostly for designers. But as we know, Ukrainian designers for each season, they're trying to be quite interesting. And for this season, all around the world, there are trends about the innovation and the trends about the technology progress and the trends about future, and also about the wear with quite easy wear, but with difficult details and constructures. They will be on trend. So
you would say some things that you would wear every day, maybe even.
That is true, but you know that the Fashion Week is not only about the wear, which is called ready-to-wear. It's mostly about prêt-à-porter wear. That means that this is the wearing that you could wear for every day, but it is more about the design also.
Right.
Because we're trying to present not only mass market, yes, we're trying to present things which are about the design. So.
Well, maybe some of the frequently asked questions, maybe you could answer them for us. How does one display dislike at, say, a runway show? You can't really boo, and you can't really kind of convey that you don't like a certain piece or you find it offensive. So how would one do this? How would one display their dislike at a fashion show?
It is impossible for me to answer this question because we, as an organizer, trying to do everything in the best way. Exactly, we do not know the collections of the designers, and we do not know all the details of the designers' fashion shows.
So you can't tell if they're going to be offensive or not.
Yeah, that's true. But we're trying to, from our side, we're trying to organize everything on the best way, and we are quite, we pay a lot of attention about the schedule and about the participants. So we for every time knows that on the schedule only the best designers. Another one very worried day for us, that's the New Generation Day, because one of the last day on the location of Mistetsky Arsenal is called New Generation Day. For this season, there were 19 designers, 19 new designers who presented their collection for the first time or for the second. So sometimes we do not know what they're going to do. What they will be about, because if we're talking about the well-known brands in Ukraine and all around the world, it's exactly where hope for them, for the new names and fresh fashion.
Is it quite nerve-wracking when
it
a
is
new
quite
design...
nervous, yes, and it's quite nervous not only for them but also for us. But for each season, we are really happy that we know that we have Ukrainian future in fashion, and we have the possibility to produce new stars in fashion industry in Ukraine and in the world as well.
What are some of the kind of budding new talents that you know about, and which I've heard that you also work with the British Council, and some of the new and budding designers have been sent to London to study and to work a little bit. And can you tell us about some of these new designers who...
Actually, we set the new program within the British Council in Ukraine. So now British Council and Ukrainian Fashion Week become the partners. In this collaboration of our projects during this year will take place London Fashion Week, British Fashion Council, Ukrainian Fashion Week, and British Council in Ukraine. So we're trying to do such program, which is called DNA program, and we will we actually provide and present during Ukrainian Fashion Week the special project, which was called Fanzine. It was the 2 days workshop before Fashion Week when Ukrainian illustrators, designers, photographers trying to do the few ideas, and then they present them during Fashion Week. The best of them will take part on the special workshop, educational workshop during London Fashion Week. One of the designer, Inga Vyshnevska,
let's just talk about the future of Ukrainian fashion. How do you see it developing, and do you see it coming onto the bigger stage? The Ukrainian Vyshnevska has made a huge comeback, and it's been seen in one of the top fashion industries. What's the kind of future of Ukrainian fashion?
We began to do this future now because, for example, also this project with British Council opened for us such new names as Inga Vyshnevska, who will take part during the London Fashion Week on the special workshops. We know that Vyshnevska during the last year became quite popular in the world because of one of the Ukrainian designers, Vita Kin. All of the celebrities and very important people all over the world began to bought Ukrainian Vyshnevska, and but also we're trying to saw the beginnings of Ukrainian wear, and we present for the second time during Ukrainian Fashion Week special project, which called Witaki. It shows us the beginnings of Ukrainian fashion till nowadays, and we're trying to found in Ukraine on the private collections special Ukrainian wear from different centuries till 17th to 20th century, because Ukrainian wear is not only about Vyshevanka. We know
there's more to
there's
it.
More,
of course,
more traditions.
Thank you for coming and joining me here.
Thank you too.
This has been Miss Inga Vyshnevska, one of the organizers of Ukrainian Fashion Week. You've been watching Viewpoint on Ukraine Today.